Welcome to the Pariksha Academy. Today's topic is Climate of India and its controlling factors. Climate of India and the factors influencing it. India has predominantly a tropical monsoon climate, characterized by seasonal reversal of winds and a highly seasonal distribution of rainfall. India's vast latitudinal extent, the Himalayas, the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Tibetan Plateau and diverse relief together produce considerable regional climatic diversity. At the same time, different parts of India may experience striking variations in temperature and rainfall. The aridity of Rajasthan, extremely heavy rainfall of Meghalaya, cold desert conditions of Ladakh and humid tropical climate of Kerala illustrate this diversity. Latitudinal location. The Tropic of Cancer passes approximately through the middle of India, dividing the country into tropical and subtropical regions. Most areas south of the Tropic of Cancer experience stronger tropical influence, whereas subtropical characteristics become more pronounced in northern India. Southern India, being relatively closer to the equator, experiences high temperatures throughout the year and a comparatively smaller annual temperature range. Northern India experiences a much greater contrast between summer and winter temperatures. Influence of the Himalayas. The Himalayas are one of the most important geographical controls of India's climate. They largely prevent extremely cold continental winds from Central Asia from directly entering the Indian subcontinent. Consequently, winters in northern India are relatively less severe than those in Central Asian regions located at similar latitudes. The Himalayas obstruct the northward movement of moisture-laden southwest monsoon winds and force them to rise, resulting in widespread orographic rainfall. Their east-west orientation plays an important role in controlling and directing monsoon circulation over the Indian subcontinent. Influence of the Indian Ocean. India is surrounded on three sides by the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Water heats and cools more slowly than land, so coastal regions experience less extreme temperatures. Coastal cities such as Mumbai, Chennai and Kochi have a relatively small annual temperature range, whereas Delhi and other continental parts of northwestern India experience greater temperature extremes. The Indian Ocean provides an enormous source of moisture for the monsoon winds. Distance from the sea. As distance from the sea increases, maritime influence decreases and continentality becomes stronger. Coastal areas experience relatively smaller differences between day and night temperatures and between summer and winter temperatures. Interior northwestern India experiences extremely hot summers and considerably colder winters because maritime influence is weak. Altitude. Temperature generally decreases with increasing altitude. Therefore, places situated at similar latitudes may have very different climates if their elevations differ substantially. Himalayan hill stations remain considerably cooler than the adjoining plains. Altitude also influences snowfall, the snowline and patterns of mountain precipitation. Relief and topography. Mountain ranges play an important role in determining the distribution of rainfall in India. The Western Ghats force moisture-laden winds of the Arabian Sea branch of the monsoon to rise. Consequently, the western windward slopes of the Western Ghats and the western coastal plain receive heavy rainfall. The interior Deccan Plateau lying east of the Western Ghats falls within a rain shadow and receives comparatively less rainfall. The Khasi Hills of Meghalaya force moisture-laden winds from the Bay of Bengal to rise sharply, producing exceptionally heavy rainfall around Mausinram and Cherrapunji. The Aravalli Range runs almost parallel to the direction of the southwest monsoon winds. It therefore produces little effective orographic uplift, contributing to the low rainfall of western Rajasthan. Differential heating of land and water. The different rates at which land and water heat and cool are fundamental to the monsoon mechanism. During summer, the Indian landmass heats more rapidly than the surrounding Indian Ocean. Low pressure develops over northwestern India and adjoining regions, while relatively higher pressure persists over the southern Indian Ocean. This pressure difference helps draw moisture-laden oceanic winds towards the Indian landmass. During winter, the situation is broadly reversed. The land cools rapidly and develops relatively high pressure, causing winds to generally blow from land towards the sea. Intertropical Convergence Zone. The Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ is a low-pressure belt where the trade winds of the northern and southern hemispheres converge. As the zone of maximum solar heating moves northward during summer, the ITCZ also shifts northwards towards the Indian subcontinent. Its extended position over northern India is associated with the monsoon trough. Changes in the position of the monsoon trough influence the spatial distribution of rainfall in the active and break phases of the monsoon. Southeast trade winds. During summer, the southeast trade winds of the southern hemisphere cross the equator and move towards the low-pressure region over the Indian subcontinent. After crossing the equator, the Coriolis force deflects them, and they approach India's southwesterly winds. These moisture-laden winds constitute a major component of the southwest monsoon. Tibetan Plateau. The enormous altitude and extent of the Tibetan Plateau influence the Asian monsoon circulation. Its intense heating during summer affects upper atmospheric circulation and the thermal structure of South Asia. During winter, the Tibetan Plateau becomes extremely cold and influences the continental high-pressure system over Asia. Jet streams. Jet streams are narrow bands of high-velocity winds in the upper atmosphere. During winter, the subtropical westerly jet remains influential south of the Himalayas and is associated with winter weather conditions over northern India. During summer, its shift to the north of the Himalayas and the development of the tropical easterly jet are associated with the establishment of the southwest monsoon. Changes in the position of jet streams can influence the onset and circulation of the Indian monsoon. Southwest monsoon. The southwest monsoon is the most important source of annual rainfall over most of India. It generally dominates the country from June to September. Near the Indian peninsula, the monsoon flow is conventionally described as dividing into the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch strikes the western coast and produces heavy orographic rainfall along the windward slopes of the Western Ghats. After crossing the Western Ghats, the winds lose moisture and descend towards the interior Deccan Plateau, producing a pronounced rain shadow effect. The Bay of Bengal branch acquires abundant moisture and moves towards northeastern India. The mountainous relief of the northeast redirects part of this flow westward and northwestward along the Ganga plain. Across the Ganga plain, monsoon rainfall generally decreases from east to west as the moisture content of the winds gradually declines. Onset of the monsoon. The southwest monsoon normally enters the Indian mainland through the Kerala coast. Its arrival may be marked by a sudden increase in rainfall, cloudiness, humidity and changes in wind circulation, popularly described as the burst of the monsoon. The monsoon subsequently advances over other parts of India. Retreat of the monsoon. After September, the southwest monsoon begins withdrawing from northwestern India and progressively retreats towards the south and southeast. During its withdrawal, clear skies combined with high temperatures and residual soil moisture can produce hot and humid conditions known as October heat. Northeast monsoon. During the retreating monsoon season, the dominant winds become northeasterly. After crossing the Bay of Bengal, these winds acquire moisture and bring important rainfall to Tamil Nadu and the southeastern coast. Tamil Nadu receives a substantial proportion of its annual rainfall between October and December. Its rainfall regime therefore differs considerably from that of most other parts of India. Western disturbances. Western disturbances are extratropical weather systems originating broadly over the Mediterranean and West Asian regions and moving towards India with the westerly circulation. They mainly produce winter rainfall over northwestern India and snowfall in the western Himalayas. Their light winter rainfall over Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and western Uttar Pradesh can be particularly beneficial for rabi crops, especially wheat. Tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones developing over the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea significantly influence India's weather and climate. Bay of Bengal cyclones particularly affect the eastern coastal states such as Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. Arabian Sea cyclones can affect Gujarat and the western coast. Cyclones may produce extremely heavy rainfall, storm surges and destructive winds within a relatively short period. El Niño. El Niño is an ocean atmospheric phenomenon associated with abnormal warming of the central and eastern equatorial Pacific Ocean. Many El Niño years have been associated with a weaker Indian southwest monsoon, although the relationship is neither absolute nor identical every year. Other oceanic and atmospheric factors can modify the influence of El Niño on the Indian monsoon. La Niña. La Niña is characterized by cooler than normal sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern equatorial Pacific. Many La Niña years are associated with relatively favorable or above normal monsoon conditions over India, although this relationship is also not deterministic. Southern Oscillation. The Southern Oscillation refers to large-scale fluctuations in atmospheric pressure across the tropical Pacific region. El Niño and the Southern Oscillation together constitute ENSO. ENSO is one of the major global drivers of year-to-year variability in the Indian monsoon. Indian Ocean Dipole. The Indian Ocean Dipole or IOD refers to differences in sea surface temperature between the western and eastern parts of the tropical Indian Ocean. A positive IOD can, in some years, favor the Indian monsoon and partly offset the adverse effects of El Niño. A negative IOD may adversely influence monsoon conditions, although its actual impact depends on interactions with other atmospheric processes. Madden-Julian Oscillation. The Madden-Julian Oscillation or MJO is a large-scale eastward moving system of tropical clouds, convection and rainfall. When its active phase is favorably positioned over the Indian Ocean, it can influence monsoon rainfall and conditions associated with tropical cyclone development. Breaks in the monsoon. Rainfall during the southwest monsoon does not occur continuously with uniform intensity. There are periods of widespread active rainfall and periods when rainfall over central and plains regions decreases substantially. The latter condition is known as a break in the monsoon. Shifts in the position of the monsoon trough are an important factor controlling active and break phases. Regional distribution of rainfall. The western coast and the windward slopes of the Western Ghats receive very heavy rainfall. The southern hills of Meghalaya contain some of the highest average annual rainfall zones in India. Across the Ganga plain, rainfall generally decreases from east to west. Western Rajasthan and Ladakh are among the driest regions of India. The interior Deccan Plateau receives comparatively low rainfall because of the rain shadow effect of the Western Ghats. The Tamil Nadu coast receives comparatively less rainfall from the southwest monsoon but significant rainfall from the retreating northeast monsoon. Major seasons of India. The cold weather season generally extends from December to February. Temperatures become considerably lower in northern India, while peninsular India remains relatively warm. The hot weather season from March to May is characterized by intense heating of the landmass. Very high temperatures and low pressure conditions develop over northern and northwestern India. The rainy season from June to September is dominated by the southwest monsoon. The retreating monsoon or northeast monsoon period is mainly associated with October and November, although rainfall remains important over southeastern India into December. Local weather phenomena. The extremely hot and dry winds that blow across northern and northwestern India during summer are known as Lu. Violent pre-monsoon thunderstorms occurring in West Bengal and Assam are known as Kalbasakhi or nor'westers. Pre-monsoon showers over Kerala and Karnataka are beneficial for crops such as mango and are popularly known as mango showers. Pre-monsoon rainfall that helps coffee flowers bloom in Karnataka is known as blossom showers. Monsoon variability. One of the defining features of India's climate is the variability of the monsoon. Agriculture and water availability depend not only on total rainfall but also on its timing, duration, intensity and spatial distribution. A delayed monsoon, Prolonged break, extremely intense rainfall within a short period or early withdrawal can adversely affect agriculture even when the total seasonal rainfall appears relatively normal. Indian agriculture, reservoir storage, groundwater recharge, hydroelectric generation and the rural economy remain closely linked with monsoon performance. Climate change and Indian climate. Climate change is adding further variability to India's climatic system. Rising temperatures can increase the intensity of heat waves, evaporation and water demand. A warmer atmosphere can hold more water vapor, potentially increasing the intensity of short-duration extreme rainfall events in some regions. Rising temperatures in the Himalayas can affect glaciers, snow cover and the seasonal flow patterns of snow and glacier-fed rivers. Sea level rise and risks associated with tropical cyclones increase the climatic vulnerability of India's densely populated coastal regions. India's climate should therefore be understood not merely as a product of the monsoon but as the outcome of interactions among latitude, the Himalayas, land-sea thermal contrasts, the Indian Ocean, relief, the ITCZ, jet streams and global ocean atmospheric processes such as ENSO and the Indian Ocean Dipole. Thank you very much for joining us. For more useful study material, please like and share this video, and subscribe to the Pariksha Academy channel.